we actually met with Nick and Taylor recently and started talking with them and realized we had a lot of the same thinking. We realized that pulling together the meetup, we're going to find a lot of other people with similar thinking. So already we've seen a VR movie being created, and then Carl and Olga just talked about how they're looking for people creating content. So these kinds of synergies are happening. Myself personally, I'm a 10-year entrepreneur. I've done a couple startups in the video sector, and I'm seeing a lot of similarities happening here in the VR space right now. So there's a lot of opportunity to create new projects that will turn into new companies in the future. So my interest is to find out what everyone here is working on, kind of pull this together into pitch decks and present them to investors, put together a fund, and figure out what products have to be developed in this space, what teams are close to getting there, and what do you guys need in order to pull it together. So the brand that Eva and I were working on was Elevate. The idea was for us to basically set up a forum to begin the discussion, but actually I think this meetup is probably the perfect venue for this. So I'd rather actually collaborate with all of you and say, how can we as a room actually work together to pull this all together? So the way I was approaching the problem was 3 levels of domain. First we have the rigs, the hardware, we have to make that simple and solvable. Then we have the interconnection between the rigs and then walking into your entry, the lobby. How do we find the various VR experiences we're going to go through? And Google search is not going to work for this, obviously. Right? Then the third space is content. So we definitely need content as well. So you can't really have one company that's going to cross all breadths. We really need to create the YouTube of VR, but the YouTube of VR is going to turn around and look for a multi-channel network of VR in order to actually create the content. So I'm actually going to ask all of you to please collaborate in the meetup. Let us know what projects you're working on. If you do have specific needs, we'll work together to make this happen. And let's make this into an event that we continue to come through and evolve, and we'll see each other's projects evolve.